Well, I know better. We know better than here. Out. He said it was good, right?
We didn't deport them, we erased them.
We ain't supposed to do anything with a wrong
We made America great.
Out, dude. But if you are, I'll order it.
And that was the end of the first phase of democracy as laid out by the Founding Fathers, and the beginning of the healing.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Gray Mars.
I'm Doc. I'm 85 Slim.
Ken Billions, what's happening?
It's Mia.
And Heaven.
If y'all didn't like that clip, that was Nora clip. I mean, I thought it was funny, but I'm not a big fan of AI. So Trump is doing White House renovations, but have other presidents done this before?
Renovated before, President Trump's $250 million ballroom is the latest renovation to the executive mansion. But he's not the first modern president to redo the White House. President Obama, for example, had the tennis court converted to also host basketball games. And President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who swam every day, had an indoor pool installed in 1933, which President Nixon later turned into the press room that's still used today. There's also the time President Truman had to temporarily move out of the White House while it was completely gutted from 1948 to 1952. But the greatest renovation of all might be in 1814, when it was burned down by British soldiers and rebuilt to the White House we know today.
So, Doc, do you feel like Trump should be doing White House renovations? Do you feel like
I don't think so, only because we really haven't got the situation together with, the funding the government. And like, it seems like these dudes made kind of like small renovations, a press room, a pool, putting a basketball court out there. $200 million. I don't know how many people are really going to be in this ballroom, that you're spending $200 million on. Like, so I don't think, I think he can. I just think, I don't know if that's the renovation he should do.
Well, I'm going to play the design of it.
Finally getting a $200 million ballroom, and it will triple the East Room's size. Trump has greenlit a 90,000 square foot showpiece with glittering chandeliers, gold and white columns, and space for 650 guests. For decades, events had to squeeze into the tiny East Room or oversized tents on the South Lawn. Now the East Wing will be replaced, offices temporarily moved, and architects are designing a ballroom that looks like it has always been part of the White House. Private donations, including Trump himself, are funding the project, and security, engineering, and design are all being handled by top firms. Do you think this new ballroom will live up to the hype?
I take it back. If they're gonna pay for it, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? If he gonna pay for it, he said private donations include himself. If he gonna pay for it, go crazy. I take it back.
Supposedly his lawsuit from YouTube is gonna pay a big portion of it. Ken, do you feel like it's worth the money?
Man, I've been to the White House before, so every president leaves a piece of themselves in it. At the end of the day, it's about personal legacy. Everybody want to have their name down in the history books. So people have streets named after them, projects named after them. And don't forget, Trump is a real estate dude. This is what he do for real. He build shit. You know what I mean? Trump Towers in Vegas, Trump in New York, you know what I mean? Apartments. That's his real pleasure. That's what he really do. Like, and if you remember old like 60-minute documentaries, like he used to go from room to room, touching on the fabric, touching on the pillows. Like he's anal about this stuff. That's what he actually does. So he's kind of on script.
Well, people are complaining because he's destroying the East Wing. So this is what they had to say.
But
yeah,
this
far different.
is
Yeah,
painful. I mean, this is historic structure.
It's history being torn to shreds. And again, is everybody? I mean, so if somebody wants to go into the White House, the next person wants to just knock down all the walls and turn it into a disco. Congress can't do anything. I mean, seriously, you're destroying like one of the most historic structures on the planet.
Yeah. And the cost.
And are we saying that whoever we elect president has the right to destroy? Like what? Just tear things up, tear it to the ground, turn it into something else? Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's not your home that you purchased in Jersey.
No, it's not yours. You rent it from the American people for 4 years.
Let's get to our top story.
Well, they're saying that they're going to start doing deconstruction on it as soon as tomorrow. Is Trump destroying history?
Well, it's another classic case of TDS, man. I mean, at the end of the day, because it's Trump, it's a problem. I'm glad you played the first clip that exposed the other presidents renovating. Nobody said shit. But again, because it's Trump, it's a problem. And the BG with you, as a businessman, if I found additional funds that was basically being wasted and I found so many billions of dollars, I might take a little cut and do something. You know what I mean? Just saying, I might do something. But why is that a big deal to these donkeys? How my boys say, the Democrat donkey. Why is it a big deal to these people, man? Everything he do. If Trump say, yo, I'm going to start going swimming, people ain't going to swim no more. I don't want to go swimming because Trump going swimming. Like, that's just what it is. Everything this man does is a problem. I'm tired of it. I'm going to call it Trump fatigue. Fuck it.
So this is what The View had to say about it.
Welcome, but you're not going to like what we're about to tell you. Because you know who is still bulldozing ahead with building a White House ballroom that no one voted for, no one asked for, and once again, it's promises made and promises broken. Take a look.
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite. Right behind us, we're building a ballroom. They've wanted a ballroom for 150 years, and I'm giving that honor to this wonderful place. Right on the other side, you have a lot of construction going on, which you might hear periodically. You're going to see a ballroom the likes of which I don't think it'll be topped.
Okay. Okay. That is not your building. You
Correct.
don't own that building. That would be like me going over to Trump Tower and saying I'm going to build a disco. You know, they've wanted a disco in Trump Tower for hundreds of years. Yeah. And so, I mean, come on, man. You don't own that building. That is the people's building. You don't own it. Let's sing it. What? You don't own it. You cannot take it down. You don't own it. Take your behind to another town. Very good.
That is not our building.
All demons.
Mia, does he own the building? Is he wrong? What do you think?
The president does not own the White House building. The White House building is owned by the American government and controlled by the American government. Presidents lease At best, you could say they lease it for 4 years. He doesn't own it. But I think a lot of nuance needs to be added. So when Truman updated it from 1948 to 1952, it was because it was literally caving in and they had to add new electrical and plumbing. So that's why that massive renovation was done. And the same thing with FDR in early 1900. So we cannot act like willy-nilly, like every president does massive renovations and tears down walls and does all of these things. That is not the case. We're talking about a $250 million renovation. Sorry. So I mean, it at best it's bad PR. I agree that he should be able to change some things to cater it to him and his wife's taste because that is acceptable and normal. However, I mean, it's a historic site. It belongs to the American people, and to essentially destroy part of it and put in a massive ballroom seems very mid 1700s, let them eat cake, Marie Antoinette before the French Revolution. It just seems very narrow sighted. And I guess I'll just land with let them eat cake because that's exactly what happened in Versailles. They went about their business, they shut the doors, everybody starved, and then they jumped through and burned the building and then took everybody out and off with their heads. So it is very telling that this is what they are. They're building this ballroom. And let's go over some of the donations that they've received. $10 million came from Lockheed and Martin for you military. $10 million they donated to this. $5 million from Google. I think another $10 million from Meta, so on and so forth. So let's not pretend this isn't being funded by billionaires that plan on keeping said billionaire in that office. So I guess let them eat cake, I suppose.
Heaven, how do you feel about Trump building a ballroom?
Had he kept to his word and made it like he said he was going to do, I'm going to put it right next to it. I'm not going to like touch it's not even going to touch the other building. If you weren't taking down a part of the building, then it would be different. It's actually illegal. There's a whole act that protects historical buildings, and the White House being one of them. So, and not only that, he paved over the Rose Garden as well. So not only is he destroying the East Wing, which is someone else's.
Nia, come hit the blunt.
You not muted, Slim.
Let me hit that, Slim.
No, you not muted. Yeah, bro. But
I was like, wait a minute, what? He said Mia what?
But
I was hella confused too. I was like, man, I don't even smoke. What are you talking about, buddy?
I mean, I'll hit it though.
Damn.
Yeah, the National Historic Preservation Act from 1966. So updating these things is one thing, but tearing stuff down, you're like, had he, and also these big plans that are handled by top firms, where are they? Because to make these renovations, before you just tear something down, to do any of these updates that they want to do or have been done in the past, there's a council that you need to go through. So there's a specific way that it's supposed to be done because it's not the president's house, it's the people's house. So there's a whole way to go about it. And I disagree with Slim on the whole TDS. It wouldn't matter if it was anybody else either. If you're doing illegal stuff that breaks the laws that we have in this country, then yeah, people are going to have a problem with it.
For sure. Well, Trump is trying to get a $230 million payday because Biden investigated him.
The Justice Department to look into the federal investigations into you and look for compensation, and how much are you asking for?
Who's asking for what?
Are you asking the Justice Department to pay you compensation for
compensation?
Your federal investigations into you? Are you asking them to pay compensation, and how much?
Into me? I don't get any compensation. I do it for nothing. I gave up my salary. Into me?
No, it's going to be the Justice Department. Are you asking them to pay you compensation for the federal investigations that happened to you? And how much are you asking
well,
for?
I guess they probably owe me a lot of money for that. Probably, yeah, that's true. That's very interesting. No, I get no salary. I gave up my salary. It's a good salary. Not as much as these guys make, but that's okay. It's a lot of money. And I don't, as you know, I didn't take it in the first 4 years. I'm not taking it in these 4 years either. But as far as all of the litigation and everything that's been involved, yeah, they probably owe me a lot of money. But if I get money from our country, I'll do something nice with it, like give it to charity or give it to the White House while we restore the White House. And we're doing a great job in the White House. As you know, the ballroom is under construction. It's going to be, they've been trying to get it for 150 years. And it's really, I think it's going to be fantastic. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we have numerous cases having to do with the fraud of the election, the 2020 election, and because of everything that we found out, I guess they owe me a lot of money, but I'm not looking for money. I'm looking for really, I think it's got to be handled in a proper way. If it's not handled in a proper way, we don't want it to happen again. We can never let what happened in the 2020 election happen again. We just can't let that happen. And so the way we go, I know Cash is working on it, everybody's working on it, and certainly Tulsi's working on it. We can't let that happen again to our country. Look at what's happened where you have millions of people being allowed to come into our country, all because of a crooked election where...
Slim, does Trump deserve $230 million because he was investigated by Biden?
As far as the finances, that's null and void to me. But him trying to get to the bottom of what happened in 2020 is a lot. That's important. I thought he kind of forgot about it. So however he goes about doing it, this shit needs to be exposed in multiple ways, because I'm still one of them advocates that knows what happened. I got all the information. I can't put it out. There's platforms that'll fucking deteriorate you for doing so. So for him to even say that he's still on the 2020 election, I'm cool with that part, man. Fuck the money. I don't give a damn about the money. That's irrelevant to me.
Ken, what about you?
I'm not sure, but real quick, I just thought about the ballroom, and I just thought about the hosting aspect, and a lot of power is about seduction. And I know moving forward, as the political landscape changes, like America can wine and dine a lot of people from around the world just by hosting little lavish parties and inviting all the most popular people in the world. That's another way of warfare. So I could kind of see the big picture on that, creating a extravagant ballroom, and you have people from around the world coming to these events. It's also an opportunity for any type of blackmail to go on. So it definitely makes sense.
Mia, you think Trump should get a $230 million settlement, even if he's giving it to charity or to the ballroom?
Yeah, I think he was investigated for, I think that part he deserves some compensation for. I mean, at this point in time, they really did target him. Whether people agree or disagree, at the end of the day, they made him a target, and I think he deserves some compensation. Do I think it should be 200 million? I think that's a little aggressive. I don't think he's that cool. I mean, at clean 20 million, maybe. But at the end of the day, if the Department of Justice has to pay him anything, it's all going to come from the taxpayers anyways. So on one hand, do I think he deserves compensation? Yes. Do I want our money to go to him? No.
You shouldn't get a fucking dollar. Not one motherfucking dollar. He already finessing getting money. These backdoor deals that they making, giving his homeboys these contracts, all the stuff that he gonna parlay the presidency into is more than 230 million. Who we gonna have make sure that this shit's straight, this shit legit? He the government. How you gonna get paid from yourself? Like, how you go? Nah, hell nah. We shouldn't give him a dollar. Yeah, maybe they investigated him, but you ran again. You won the next time. You gonna parlay your presidency into $1 billion. We're not giving you 230 million of taxpayers' money. Eat a dick.
Evan, Evan, what you think?
Maybe he's not hungry. I don't think. I mean, if he got investigated, the government does that. They investigate people. Should everybody get like, okay, so you get investigated by the government, and they even take you. You can get arrested by the government, and for whatever it is, you go through a whole trial. You found not guilty. Do they pay you? No, they don't. Even if you're targeted. So what makes him different? Because he's a fucking old ass white man. My surprise was that he had a hard time understanding the